What is up, everybody? This is Steve Herman from the Smark Show. This is episode number 44, another special video this week. This is my live reaction review of the WWE Draft. I'm really not going to give you a SmackDown review. I mean, it's the same show, but mainly I'm just going to go down what the rosters are, how I feel about it, what roster I think's better overall, and what I thought about the show as well. SmackDown, there's some cool moments, but, you know, they managed, and there's gonna be a curse word in here. I don't know why I always give them a little chance. WWE managed to fuck the draft up again. I mean, just unbelievable. Just I don't get them. I don't get them. And I understand, and I don't just looking at the rosters here. Raw is superbly way more talented than SmackDown, and I understood the situation. 3-hour show, you need the talent on there. Makes sense to me. I mean, I understand that, but you got to even out the playing field. And while SmackDown's got a good main event, but if you go freaking till 17 for Raw, I mean, and then there's just some picks. I just shook my head, and let's get into the draft now, and let's just go down for the first pick for Raw. I think this was a no-brainer for everybody. It was Seth fucking Rollins. Great pick by Stephanie and Mick. Stephanie was looking hot as hell tonight with that Raw custom-made dress. That was pretty cool. And Seth's the champ. Then we get Dean Ambrose as the first overall pick for SmackDown, our WWE champion, for right now, at least. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so really dug that. And then the second pick was a big pick. Was having Charlotte going to Raw. I predicted this. I thought Charlotte was going to Raw, and she's the women's champion, so good pick. It shows that they're taking the women seriously, putting the women's champion as a second pick. I dig that. The second pick was AJ Styles. Not a shocker here. Really pumped up about this. Look, SmackDown made some good picks early on, but then towards the end and then after the show, there were some questionable picks. They did get some steals, I will say, but I'm hoping they get some more veterans, because I'm looking at the list, and Raw only has 31 picks, but granted they have tag teams, so it's probably around the 40s, and SmackDown in the 30s. I'm expecting some more people to be signed, and yeah, that's just my thoughts on that. And then the big shocker of the night, the fifth pick was made by Raw. And this guy, I've been saying for quite some time, he is my favorite wrestler right now. I love him. I'm so happy for him. He deserves this moment. I cannot wait till Raw next week to check him out. He got picked before John Cena, Orton, Reigns, Lesnar, all them douchebags. Finn goddamn Balor. Oh man, that is so nice to say. And that just showing that he was a top 5 pick. Has to tell me that he's going to be getting a great push, and that the company really trusts him to be maybe the face of the company one day, and I would love that. You know what I mean, guys? So yeah, Finn Balor gets picked. Then right after that, it's John Cena versus Luke Gallows. Good match. Nothing stellar. Cena beat Gallows 1-2-3 with an AA with distraction from Enzo and Cass. And yeah, that would happen. So then we go back into the draft. Raw would get first pick. They get Roman Reigns, and that got a lot of boos. And I can't even imagine a Battleground. He wasn't even there, and he got booed out of the building. Can't wait for that. I hate Reigns with a passion. John Cena gets picked by SmackDown as their third guy. Not shocking here. This is the way it's been going so far. Was not shocking. I thought Balor was going to go to SmackDown, but I could easily have seen him on Raw too. So that wasn't a shocker. Then the next pick was Brock Lesnar. Not a shocker. I expected Brock to go on Raw. And then we had the next pick. This kind of shocked me a little bit. Not really. Randy Orton going to Raw. Good pick. Randy Orton is a proven commodity in this company, and then it's just crazy just to see Cena and Orton won't be on Raw and they're on SmackDown now. Like, who would have thought that like 3 years ago? But that's the new era. Then the last pick for Raw was the New Day. So the New Day will not be getting broken up, and that is very exciting. Then we had what other matches did we have? We had Xavier Woods and Bray Wyatt, which actually was a pretty fun match. Bray Wyatt won, Sister Abigail. I actually dug that match the most, to be honest with you. Also, there was Chris Jericho and Cesaro. Jericho won. Darren Young and The Miz. No, Darren Young, Zack Ryder versus Miz and Rusev. Fun match. He hit the cross-face chicken wing, so that means to tell me that Miz is going to win at Battleground on Sunday. So yeah, back to the draft. Raw would get first pick, and this was a shocker for me. Sami Zayn on Raw, and this is when I started noticing the top 7 picks. You got Zayn, New Day, Lesnar, Reigns, Balor, Charlotte, Rollins. That is a good-ass roster. And Raw has had the good roster too, and this pick shocked me too because I thought Kevin Owens was going to be a top 10 pick or top 15. He did eventually, but number 5, Bray Wyatt for SmackDown. Really dug this pick. Hopefully this is a rejuvenated push for Bray. It'll be very interesting to see. Then this pick shocked me. It's just the talent for Raw is just ridiculous. They ace their picks like every time for the most part. Raw got Sasha Banks. Sasha and Charlotte now. Look at that feud. That's beautiful. Then the next pick was because they needed a woman because they got Charlotte and Sasha, was Becky Lynch. And then the final pick for that round was Chris Jericho. Good picks. I mean, I thought I was shocked because I thought New Day, Banks, and Jericho were gonna go to SmackDown, but I was obviously wrong. And then the next round for the first pick was the U.S. champion is going to be on Raw, and I got that mixed up. I remember for the mock draft I had Miz being Raw and then SmackDown, and then Daniel Bryan wasn't too happy that he had to take the Miz because they need the Intercontinental Champion. He takes the Miz. I don't know how I feel about that. They have more characters on their show. Like AJ's I feel AJ and Ambrose are going to be the workhorses on that show. And then the next pick, I'm actually really pissed off that Owens is on Raw with Zayn. I wanted that to be split. So what's the point of Battleground if this is the final match? Because they're going to be on the same brand. They should be separate brands. Like Owens should be on SmackDown or Zayn should have been on SmackDown. So I was very disappointed with that comeuppance. And then very interesting pick. I like this guy a lot. Baron Corbin to SmackDown. Good pick. I really dug it. Hopefully he gets treated better. Maybe he gets a good feud. Maybe with someone like Orton, Ambrose, Cena. We'll have to see. Maybe Kalisto. I don't know. I'm so confused with SmackDown right now. I don't know. I don't think they have enough faces. Like Cena and Orton are just like nostalgia faces, but then you have Ambrose. Ambrose is your face, obviously. Then the next round was Enzo and... Oh, wait, no, not the next round. The last pick was Enzo and Cass. And I'm like, Jesus, mother of God. The 12 picks for Raw have been aces. Like, they've been good. I mean, I don't like Roman Reigns, but it's still not a bad pick if they turn him heel. So, I mean, they've just been just kicking ass with these picks. And then we go to the next round, and here's the next shocker. AJ Styles doesn't have his club meets anymore, and they're on Raw, and that breaks the differ. Does that mean Finn Balor and Luke Gallows and Anderson are going to team up? But I don't know, because I feel like they want to make Balor a face, so that's kind of interesting topic that it will be discussed, I think, this weekend and throughout the weeks leading up to SummerSlam and whatnot. So, yeah, the club is not with SmackDown anymore. I thought they were going to SmackDown too, so I was shocked about that. And then a great pick by SmackDown. This might be the reason I will watch SmackDown. 2 reasons: AJ Styles and this pick right here. Crowd popped like crazy when they announced it. American Alpha is going to SmackDown. That is a great pick. Hopefully Kurt Angle is on the main roster on WWE by the end of the year with these guys. That would be great. Then the next pick, Big Show. Who the hell cares? I can't believe he got picked before Cesaro. That pisses me the hell off. And then another weird pick, like, I guess if he gets a rejuvenated push, it could be good. Dolph Ziggler. Yeah, but he like seems like he's hanging it in, doesn't really give a shit. Honestly, that's just my thoughts. And then the last pick made by Raw, I can't believe it. That the amount of talent that got called up that is not ready is ridiculous. Okay, Nia Jax. No offense to Nia Jax at all. Okay, she has been improving like Dana Brooke was, but these girls aren't ready yet. Nia's not ready. She needed, like, she's still green in the ring. Like, yeah, no. And oh, spoiler alert, Bayley didn't get fucking drafted. Yeah. I hope this means she's gonna be the girl for Sasha. Like, if she's not, I'll be fucking shocked. Sorry for cursing. This is bullshit. Bayley should be on the fucking main roster. It's so stupid. Bayley is your most over woman of all companies right now, WWE and NXT combined, and she's not on the main roster, which my mind is blown that she's not on the main roster. I really don't get it. I just want to rage. Like, I get so pissed off, and like, no offense to Nia Jax, great athlete, great look. But she just like especially with the stare down with Bayley Nia, I think 2 weeks ago or last week, maybe it was 2 weeks ago. She's smiling like Apollo Crews. She doesn't have a character yet. She doesn't have the great mic skills. She has the look. She's okay in the ring, but she still needed time. And she had some good matches with Asuka and Bayley, but those are good workers. Obviously, she's gonna have an okay match with them. She still needed time. I was very shocked with this pick. We'll have to see how it goes out. Maybe she'll prove me wrong. I hope. I doubt it, but that's my thoughts on that pick. And then the next pick, a steal in this draft again for Raw. Adrian Neville for Raw. Another steal. The guy who should be on SmackDown. They got so many indie darlings on Raw. I remember I was like saying, oh, SmackDown's definitely going to be the indie darling show. Like, for me, like, I'm not an indie. Well, I do love the indies, but you know what I mean, though. Like, I thought it was going to cater to me. But Raw's catering to me. If you got a cruiserweight division and you got Finn Balor and Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, I think I know what show I'm going to. And Sasha Banks. Pretty sure I have a pretty good idea of what show I will be watching, and that is Monday Night Raw. I definitely will be watching SmackDown, of course, but Raw has just got elite talent. And then the next pick for SmackDown, I mean, they need another woman, so because they already had Nia, Sasha, and Charlotte, you had to get another one. They got Natalya because they're feuding right now, Becky. And I thought it also was funny, Baron and Ziggler again. Like, are you kidding me? I swear to God, if they feud again, I will flip out. I will not watch that match. Dead serious. And then the steal of the draft, in my opinion, Cesaro to Raw, and this pissed me off again because they could have got Cesaro in this draft, and they could have got probably Natalya too. Like, oh my God! Like, and actually, I highly recommend. It's probably on WWE.com. It's on YouTube, probably somewhere, Twitter, whatever. I watched it on the network because I was watching in the draft center. Cesaro cut one of his best promos. It was work promo. It was an amazing promo by freaking Cesaro. He said he's pissed off, and he's like, it should be about the talent and not about Stephanie and Mick or Triple, whatever it is, whoever it is. And he said he'd rather be on SmackDown. I'm like, I don't freaking blame you, dude. You'd have been the most over face there besides Ambrose and Cena, or maybe. But I think Cesaro's like, and now Cesaro, I don't know if he has a like. That's why I was mad Rusev is on Raw, because I still think by the end of the day, there will be a new champion on SmackDown, and you'll hear that in my preview and predictions on why. I just feel like there's too many good faces on freaking Raw. I mean, potentially Seth Rollins if he turns, Brock Lesnar, Finn Balor. You got the New Day, Sami Zayn, Enzo and Cass, Neville, Cesaro, and so on and so forth. I mean, I just don't believe he'll get the push. I mean, they're pushing Darren Young right now. Cesaro's not even on the freaking pay-per-view. That pisses me off to no end. Okay, but enough of my rambling. And then another stupid-ass pick for SmackDown. Freaking Del Rio. Great worker, but another heel. Like, I don't know what like Raw is like trying to SmackDown like. It's just so ironic because Shane and Daniel want to do changes, and all they have is Dean Ambrose and Alpha. In my opinion, AJ's a heel. Cena and Orton have been around. Bray Wyatt's been around. Becky Lynch, like, and I really hope that the women's and tag title do switch from brand to brand because I don't want two titles. That would be so freaking stupid, in my opinion. That's my thoughts. Dean obviously retained in the main event. Good match. Wasn't as good as the Raw match, in my opinion, but I wasn't really paying attention. I was trying to figure out what else was going on for the draft and all that good stuff, but they always kick ass. Ambrose beat Rollins clean. Shocked me. So it looks like triple threat coming this Sunday. We'll have to see if Ambrose retains. I hope he does. I mean, if not, it better be Rollins. If it rains, I'm going to be pretty freaking pissed. I'll tell you that right now. And then, yeah, Del Rio got picked, so yeah, that happened. I don't see Del Rio doing much. He'll just be there working with guys. Like I mean, I don't even know like if I'm excited for a feud with Del Rio. He's kind of worked with all the guys. I mean, because like he's worked with Ziggler, he's worked with The Miz, he's worked with Bray. He could work with Bray, but Bray needed to be a face. He's worked with Orton and Cena. Styles, I guess he could, but they're both heels. And then Ambrose, he's kind of worked with too. So I don't know how I feel about that. And then the last pick on the televised show was Sheamus. Great way to end it. You could have went out with a bang and selected like some. Oh, I don't know. You already been drafting great to begin with. Why don't you just draft Samoa Joe too while you're at it? So yeah, that was the televised show. Ended with Ambrose on top with Shane and Daniel. Cool moment. Good for them. And just like throughout the night with these picks, because SmackDown Raw had 18 guys, SmackDown had 12 at the time. It was weak. I mean, I find it really weak. I mean, maybe Bray will get another push. Like, look, the main event is pretty stacked with Ambrose, Styles, Cena, Orton, Wyatt. And then you got Alpha, and maybe Corbin's going to get a push. So, I mean, Corbin, I think, was a bold pick. Shows me that they're going to try to push him because he hasn't really been doing much. So, good on that. And let's get to the picks now for the WWE Network special on the Draft Center because Renee and them were announcing it. First pick, started off with a bang, guys. Golden Truth is going to Raw. No, I'm not going to say much about that. You know, they're just a jobber tag team. Whatever. SmackDown, I don't like these guys' characters, but in ring they're not bad. They need another tag team because they only had the American Alpha. I will take the Usos for SmackDown. That was a good pickup. I'm not crazy about it, but good pickup. Next pick was Titus O'Neil. He'll probably be a mid-card guy fighting for the IC title, U.S. title. My apologies. Maybe a tag title run too. I don't see him in the main event picture at all. You shouldn't either. No offense, Titus. You're a great guy outside of the ring. Next was Kane. Yeah. So like I've been saying, a lot of veterans on Raw, not new talent. So Kane is on SmackDown. My apologies. Yeah, I doubt Kane will be on a lot too. I mean, Kane sucks. God. And then the last pick for that round was Darren Young. Yeah. So that's an obvious statement to me that he's probably going to lose unless Rusev loses. You know what I mean? Yeah. So Miz will definitely retain. He will have the IC title on SmackDown. So no point of that. Next round started off with Sin Cara going to Raw. So I thought that was a good move. See what he does. Another guy could be in your mid card, probably jobbed a little bit, but nice pickup all in all. And then SmackDown, I think, I'll tell you what, SmackDown did a real nice job. I think they did a better job than Raw by the end of it. It's not saying much because Raw still has a stacked roster, but I thought getting Kalisto here was a great pickup. He can be a great mid-card talent if you really want to push him. Give him like a good storyline with like a Bray Wyatt. If you're really gonna push him that way, or Baron Corbin, or Del Rio again. They had good matches, but it was kind of boring at the end. But Kalisto, I thought, was a big steal. I thought that was a great pickup for SmackDown. Kudos to them for that. Then Jack Swagger went to Raw. He'll be a jobber. Whatever. And then Naomi, the third woman finally. So we got Naomi, we got Becky Lynch, and Natalya on SmackDown. I really hope this women's title is going back and forth. It has to happen. Or two titles would suck, but if they have to do it, they're going to have to do it. And then the next pick was the Dudley Boys. Not a bad choice. Good pick. And I'll see how many tag teams Raw has. They got New Day, Enzo and Cass right now, the Club, and Golden Truth and Dudley. So they're starting to garner a tag team division. You got 5 tag teams. That's not bad. And who knows? Maybe with the brand split, there might be new ones. So maybe Darren Young and Tyson Hill will join again with Bob Backlund as their manager. Would not be surprised at all, ladies and gentlemen. Twitwell John, I'm very mad as well that Owens and Zayn are on the same show, and Rusev is not on SmackDown. So I totally agreed with you. I checked out your live reactions. Check them out, guys. They're a great channel. Twitwell. I support them religiously. They're awesome channel. Then the next pick was to end the round was the Ascension. The Ascension got picked over like people like Vaudevillains and Strowman and Eric Rowan and Apollo Crews and Breezango. So maybe that means they're going to get a new push, because I liked the Ascension when they made their debut, because I was at the Rumble when they fought New Age Outlaws. I'm like, okay, maybe they're going to get something, but I was obviously wrong, and they're not getting much. But maybe they'll get a new package since it's a brand split, so fingers crossed. That was the 3rd tag team they got. Then the next round started with Summer Rae, a nice pickup for the women. So right now the women have Summer Rae, they have Nia Jax, Sasha, and Charlotte. So that's the 4 women they have. So maybe Summer Rae. Oh, and I actually forgot one woman. I didn't have down. They also got Paige too. I don't know why they don't have that written down. Apologies for that. So yeah, they actually have Paige too, Summer Rae. So I mean that's starting to garner a little division, little hype. And then SmackDown got Zack Ryder. Not a bad pick for a mid-card guy. Can't really hate on that too much. So yeah. Then the next pick, another steal. So this is when SmackDown did good. They got Apollo Crews. I thought this was a fantastic pick. Made by SmackDown. Crews has a lot of potential, and this is another babyface. They can start using him right. So you got babyfaces in Crews, Kalisto, Ziggler. You can see something in that. Maybe they start building him up a little better. Let's see. Let's hope they give him good storylines. Maybe have like a Crews Wyatt feud or Miz. That's the feud. Crews and Miz for the IC title. That needs to happen. Maybe at SummerSlam. All in honesty, that should happen. Then Raw in the next round got Braun Strowman. So I'm kind of curious what they're going to do with Strowman, as he's away from Bray Wyatt. So the Wyatt family's like broken up right now, kind of. Yeah, I was a little shocked about that. So maybe they're going to give another push. We'll have to see. And then SmackDown went off with a bang. And this girl, I'll say it right now, has the best booty in the WWE. Alexa Bliss, very shocked that she got called up. But she actually has talent, unlike Nia Jax currently. Alexa Bliss has been one of the best females, I think, in 2016 for NXT. She's really improved. I think her heel character, she's been incredible ever since she turned heel and helped Blake and Murphy retain the tag titles. Like over at Enzo and Cass at NXT TakeOver Unstoppable. That's what it was, yes. She's been phenomenal heel. I thought she was going to be in NXT, leading that brand a little longer, but apparently I was wrong again. So, yeah. On to the next pick, Bo Dallas for Monday Night Raw. Good pick. Nothing more to say about that. Also, Breezango to SmackDown. Love this pick. Now, see, this is a good pick because I like Tyler Breeze a lot. I mean, I'm a huge Tyler Breeze fan. Maybe eventually if they break up, they'll give him a push that he deserves, because Tyler Breeze could put on a great match with John Cena or Randy Orton or Dean Ambrose. And he has put on a match with Ambrose. That was pretty good. That was for the tournament, for the WWE title tournament. That was actually pretty damn good. I forgot about that. Next pick, Shining Stars. I wonder if they're ever going to get called. Maybe they will now because it's a brand split. We'll have to see. So another tag team, 2 guys added, so that's good. Eva Marie, I'm not going to waste my time on that. Then we had Alicia Fox go to Raw. Good pick. Another steal in my opinion, if they're booked right, the Vaudevillains to SmackDown, I think that's a phenomenal pick. So right now, tag team wise, you have Vaudevillains, Breezango, The Ascension, Usos, and Alpha. So they split up the tag teams 5 and 5, if I'm not mistaken, because there's no wide tag team. But you got New Day, you got Enzo and Cass, you got the Club, you got Golden Truth, and the Dudley Boys. So I mean, they did split up, and Golden Truth. I think I said them too, but already. But yeah, they split up the tag teams, and also the next pick was Curtis Axel and Dana Brooke rounded out for the. I'm just saying the rest of the Raw picks: Dana Brooke and freaking Curtis Axel. And then the SmackDown picks, looks like Bray's going to still have one of his buddies, Eric Rowan. And I'm assuming maybe that means Luke will be back with SmackDown, or maybe he'll go to Raw. We'll have to see. He'll be back around late August, I think, or September is what I've been told. Previous reports, he's recovering for that torn ACL. And then Mojo Rawley, no comment. You have Shinsuke Nakamura, Austin Aries, and Samoa Joe that are ready. Samoa Joe's ready. I know he just won the title like 2 months ago, but Samoa Joe has been ready. He is ready. Dude's a stud. Could be a main event player. I don't get why he's not called up. It mind boggles me. There's plenty of talent in NXT that they still have, even getting rid of American Alpha and Finn Balor and Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax. There's still great talent. I am shocked at the amount of women they are getting rid of, but I guess they're going to have to start rebuilding with other women. We'll have to see what time will tell. And then the last pick, the hottest chick in the ring, Carmella. I love it. Carmella is one of my favorites. I'm so happy for her. Shocked that she's not going to Raw. I would love to see that reunited with Enzo and Cass. I don't get why she's on SmackDown, but she's not reuniting with Enzo and Cass. But that's just a little nitpick of mine. I really want them back together because Carmella really just it's just the group. It's the trio, man. It's in NXT. It was a great time. But yeah, that was 59 picks made. Expect throughout the weeks coming, maybe next week, to see some returns. I don't know anything about the returns, but like some of the former WWE guys, there has to be, because like there's only like roughly 40 to 30 guys, and I guess you could fill that, but there'll be a couple more guys. I would surely expect that for sure. And Heath Slater was one of the only guys not to get drafted. Hopefully that means for a storyline for Heath, because that'd be sweet. I feel bad for Heath. Such a good guy in the ring and outside. Very nice guy. He just got 18 stitches above his eye. So, yeah. But yeah, I'll go over the picks again. Raw has Seth Rollins, Charlotte, Finn Balor, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, New Day, Sami Zayn, Sasha Banks, Jericho, Rusev Atlanta, Kevin Owens, Enzo and Cass, the Club, Big Show, Nia Jax, Neville, Cesaro, Sheamus, Golden Truth, Titus O'Neil, Darren Young, Sin Cara, Jack Swagger, Dudley Boyz, Summer Rae, and Mark Henry, with Braun Strowman, Bo Dallas, Shining Stars, Alicia Fox, Curtis Axel, and Dana Brooke as well. And for SmackDown, we have the WWE Champion Dean Ambrose, AJ Styles, John Cena, Randy Orton, the Eater of Worlds Bray Wyatt, the Last Kicker Becky Lynch, The Miz with Maurice, Baron Corbin, American Alpha, Dolph Ziggler, Natalya, Alberto Del Rio, The Usos, Kane, Kalisto, Naomi, The Ascension, Zack Ryder, Apollo Crews, Alexa Bliss, Breezango, Eva Marie, Vaudevillains, Eric Rowan, Carmella, and Mojo Rawley. And yeah, just looking at these rosters, man, I've said it already. Raw has the superb roster. Obviously, it's a flagship show, but I thought SmackDown. I figured with Shane and Daniel, they were gonna put the younger guys on SmackDown. And yes, there are some young guys. I mean, he's new. I would say AJ's new because he's been in wrestling for a long time. But Becky's still relatively new. You have Corbin and Alpha. Kalisto's young. Crews, Bliss, Tyler Breeze, Vaudevillains, Carmel. I was just hoping that they would have. I wish Miz went to Raw. I wish Rusev went to SmackDown. I wish Owens was on SmackDown. I wish who else? I wish Jericho was actually on SmackDown, and I would have put Del Rio and Kane back on Raw. Bayley should. I'm really disappointed in WWE. If Bayley's not in Battleground, I am protesting that. That's just retarded, dude. I know she's still in NXT and she's gonna have that match at Brooklyn, but Bayley needs to be on the main roster. She's ready, just like Balor was, just like Joe is, just like Nakamura is. And I understand, there's still, they could have took Joe and Nakamura, and there's still a crap load of talent. Plus, there's rumors they're going to sign. They signed Ibushi and Grand Metalik. Plus, they're trying to get Zack Sabre Jr., Akira Tozawa, Jack Gallagher, and a bunch of other good indie Cedric Alexander, a bunch of good indie talent. So yeah, that really, my mind was boggled when I saw no Bailey, and just with the rumors of the hugger section and shit. I felt bad for Cesaro. I feel he deserves better. Maybe there'll be a trade. I doubt it, but maybe that's what I don't know. But I really wish Cesaro was on SmackDown. That guy really pissed me off, honestly. If you want me to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, the show started off hot just with the first couple picks. Well, especially Balor, I got pumped up, and then I started seeing the trend of like picks that like, wow, they're trying to make Raw's the young show. Besides the veterans of Big Show, Jericho, and Lesnar, I mean Sheamus and that, but like it's a young show, so maybe that's what they're trying to do. And they have their veterans, which you're gonna have. But yeah, I was kind of down on the episode. It was just like draft picks and then just like thrown in matches. It's like they didn't think about, like they always do this. Like I'm always going to go back to creative. Like that was a perfect opportunity to reveal. I mean, I guess they're waiting on Battleground to reveal who Sasha Banks' opponent was and help her out. And we don't know until Sunday now, which is fine. I guess they want to tease that, but I don't know. I thought it was going to be more special. And it was at times, but just I thought the rosters were just, there's a big difference in there's not a difference. There's characters on SmackDown. I mean, obviously they can work. There's a lot of guys who can work on the SmackDown roster, but the Raw roster has characters, but guys who can work their asses off in the ring. I mean, Charlotte, if you like her or not, I think she's a pretty good in-ring competitor. Rollins is amazing. Balor's amazing. Reigns, next question. Lesnar, Beast, New Day, Sami Zayn, Sasha. I mean, Kevin Owens, Rusev, Jericho, the Club. I mean, it's a very interesting time. Next week is going to be, after Battleground, it'll be interesting to see how they're going to book their show, how it's going to work. I'm really curious to see how it is all going to pan out, and I hope it works out for the best, and maybe we'll see some old faces too, to fill these rosters up. But yeah, I think they're playing again. Well, the top 4 guys, it looks like for Raw, would be Rollins, Balor, Reigns, and Lesnar right now, and you got Ambrose, Styles, Cena, Orton. I'm really disappointed just how low Owens was picked, and that Cesaro, because besides AJ Styles, I would say my humble opinion, I think Kevin Owens has been the MVP of 2016. It's either him or Styles, Ambrose as well. Just really disappointed about that overall. But yeah, that is my draft review, what I really thought about the episode, and my not live reaction, but like my thoughts on how I broke down each roster and how I feel they're going to be used. So yeah, guys, make sure you guys like this video. Make sure you subscribe to our channel for weekly uploads. Probably have a Battleground preview and predictions on Friday night. So tune in for that. That's always a fun episode. I love doing that. Also, make sure to tune in for I might be doing an NXT review and a Cruiserweight Classic. Yeah, so with that said, guys, I will see you guys this Friday, and make sure you leave a comment. Leave a comment on what brand you think, what show you'd rather watch if you had to choose, and tell me why, and what roster is better as well. But yeah, with that said, guys, peace out, and let's go NXT.